Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where at the very end of last episode, this event popped up, the Gray Tempest. Our technicians managed to lift the lockdown from the L gate near Zepok Vortex, but as soon as a permanent link was established to the L cluster, a massive incoming subspace surge was detected. We were able to restrict this potential invasion force from using our gate, while still retaining access for ourselves. Unfortunately, the incoming surge was diverted to the other L gates in the galaxy. Strange vessels consisting of nanites are pouring through these now fully active gates, attacking everything in sight. All attempts to communicate with these machines have failed. In the wake of their passage through the L gates, we've detected a repeating subspace transmission emanating from the L cluster. Put it on screen. Decoding repeated automated subspace transmission. Establishing translation matrix. Alert. Message is heavily corrupted. Attempting the reconstitution of message fragments. 3 message fragments, partially recovered. We'll access Fragment 1. Decoding Fragment 1. We are the unintelligible architects of the Galactic Gateway Network. If you're receiving this information, then we can only unintelligible that we are not too late. Perhaps one of our message buoys somehow slipped past the unintelligible and escaped the cluster before it was closed off. Do not, repeat, do not restore access to the dormant gateway in our star cluster. Under no circumstances must a stable connection be formed between the unintelligible and the galaxy at large. For the sake of all civilization, our cluster has to remain under permanent quarantine. Well, that's spooky. We'll access Fragment 2. In an act that will inevitably doom our civilization, we have deliberately isolated our home cluster to prevent the spread of the Dar Nishav. I may have mixed up those consonants. The Gray Tempest. These self-replicating nanomachines were instrumental in the construction of our gateway network, but when their unintelligible had concluded, we found that they would no longer accept our commands. Through a hidden backdoor, our unintelligible managed to recall the machines to our home cluster, but the security hole has since been plugged. When they started harvesting our planets for minerals, we knew it was only a matter of time before... Well, let's see what's in Fragment 3. The main unintelligible facility is the key. All of their unintelligible are routed through its subspace array, and without it, they cannot function. Unfortunately, all of our attempts to disable it have failed, and we can no longer muster the forces to unintelligible another assault. If the quarantine of our cluster has failed, you must destroy this facility. As long as it remains unintelligible, the Gray Tempest will continue to surge, unabated, throughout the galaxy. We're truly sorry for unleashing this horror. In our hubris, and it ends there. Okay, well that's, exciting. Okay, so where's the L cluster? The L cluster is over here. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and travel to unknown. What could possibly go wrong? In the meantime, while we are having that happen, we should definitely move the first combat fleet over. I don't think it will stand a chance, but we'll move it over. The third combat fleet is in no position to do anything about that. There's a Gray Tempest over here because there's an L gate, as well as here. Okay. Noted. Well, hopefully they won't leave those systems. We'll have to see what they end up doing. Gothra Prime does have a building slot available on it. Plenty of housing available here, and I'm just checking to see if there's any exotic materials that we could grab here. The answer is no, there is not, and so we will then simply put in a research facility. Excellent. Anything else to be done there? Yes, Elthir Prime has a building slot available. This is a power world. We're going to upgrade to a planetary administration, and we are going to build an energy grid. Excellent. Sounds good. Okay. Well, let's see what these guys end up doing. I mean, they're going to obviously wipe out this. Indeed. Okay, so they full-on destroy it. That's certainly awkward. Okay, well, we've jumped through over here. And we can see that there are roughly 1,000,000 Gray Tempest over here as well. Okay. Not much we can do about that yet, honestly. The question is, are these guys going to leave? They are. Okay. Well, that is going to hurt. I'm assuming other regions are going to be attacked by these Gray Tempest as well. Okay. We'll be able to push through them eventually, but we definitely can't right now, considering that our total fleet strength is super duper low. Considering. Well, for now, let's just check in here. Plasma throwers, battleships soon enough, 0 distillation, okay. Noted. These guys are jumping to Bakramar, which actually is unfortunate for us because our construction ship is currently trapped.
A station is under attack.
And the fact that we have 2 other L-gates to worry about, that definitely hurts. Okay. They are turning around and going back into this black hole. Are they doing the same over here? No, they are not. Okay. So, we need to think about how we want to handle this. How long until we can get more alloys via that relic? That is the question. The answer to that is... it's currently active. And so we shall. Okay, what is our current fleet cap? Our fleet cap is 40. That's fine. We can, at Wodriax, begin upgrading that, and then I would love to reinforce this fleet. That would cost basically all of our existing alloys. Okay, we'll do that. And we're just going to give this a couple of months here. We're not going to be able to get battleships in there. Actually, we can because of that fleet command limit increase. Noted. We're going to have to save up alloys. And let's see here. Yeah, those guys are currently patrolling. Actually, they're moving over to here. They're not patrolling. Okay. So the question is, how are we going to go about dealing with these? There's our 0 distillation. That's all well and good. We can get admin cap, naval cap. I think in this situation we need the naval cap as a survival tool. Next, in terms of our physics research, I think we go for the UV laser. Now I want to take a look at these guys if we can. Do we have info on them? We do. Okay, so they're using energy spheres and nanite fighters. Their fighters are very good at penetrating shields and armor, but their actual weapon systems are not effective at dealing with shields. Okay, and then they have about an even split between shields and armor. So in terms of our damage types, that's fine. Where are these guys planning on going? They're going here. I was hoping they would go towards Grimium, but okay, I guess that's fine. We can maybe lock them into a loop. Oh, they're coming through this as well. I thought that they couldn't come through this L-gate because we locked them out. Apparently that's not the case. Noted. What is the strength of this station? 3.5k. Let's get over here. Let's pull the 3rd combat fleet up to here. That will take them a while to get there. Their reinforcements will be coming along the way. Now, the question is, do we have time to wait for additional technology? 3 months on battleships. We're just going to chill over there? Just moving around. Okay. This is going to be interesting. We have a colony here. It's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing here. So we definitely have our first crisis on our hands. We can't get up over here with the first or the second combat fleet right now. Okay.
A station is under attack.
Well, we are going to allow some of this technology to finish up. Did they just go back through the vortex? They did. Okay. Noted. Of course, this is not going to be any real resistance to them. There's no doubt about that. Okay, so our science chip was destroyed. That's fine. We can always replace that.
A mining station has been lost.
Again, that's fine. The real question is, did they destroy our colony? No, they did not. Are they going to bombard it? Yes, they are. Okay. Noted. We have battleships available now. Let's go ahead and grab mega cannons. That's a ways out. UV lasers in 4 months. We're going to allow them to keep doing what they're doing for a little while here, as we prepare a response to them. Which, of course, will be a little bit. Okay, there's a necrophage happening. That's nice. It's going up this direction. And honestly, I'm kind of okay with them bombarding this world. This world is not very developed, as is, and I mean, sure, they're probably going to wipe it out and turn it into like a tomb world or something, but it still might end up being reasonably okay. Now, we can put in a structure here. We can put in a chemical plant. We could put in an exotic gas refinery, but moat harvesting traps is definitely what we want there right now. That'll be fine. We need a job on this industrial world, and I think we're just going to build a mining district for right now. Okay. Is anyone else having this issue? Yeah, they definitely are. It's happening all over. Excellent. I doubt anyone can really take them on quite yet, although they might be getting close. We're going to wait until we have those UV lasers, which is going to happen as soon as this month tick occurs. And then we're going to attack these guys. Okay, there's our UV lasers. We can grab something like, say, X-ray lasers, and that would be okay. That would be a ways off. Let's just grab this for now, and let's go ahead and get our... We're going to need to cancel all of this for right now. In fact, let's cancel it all. Okay, we're going to upgrade our ships. So, this is not our ship manager. There we go. We're going to upgrade our corvettes. This is going to have UV lasers on it. We currently have phase disruptors. That's fine. And as far as point defense, barrier point defense will be okay. We're going to put in cold fusion reactors. We're going to put in level 3 hyperdrives. And picket computers is okay. We're going to put afterburners in here because this is, of course, a corvette. And level 3 armor will be okay. Okay, so there's some upgrades to the corvette. Nothing major there. Upgrade the destroyers pretty substantially, actually. We may want to consider going to a plasma thrower. That's a range of 40 compared to a range of 50 on the energy siphon. This is a close range vessel, though. So, let's see here. That's plus 100% shield damage. That is... Okay, that's bad against shields. Let's actually just leave the energy siphon for right now. We'll upgrade this to level 3 shields, like so. And I would love to put in an auxiliary fire control here. Let's see if we have enough power with a cold fusion reactor. We do, only just. Excellent, we'll save that. Next up, our cruiser. We're going to put in an advanced railgun in the large slot, I think. And then we're going to keep the phase disruptors in the broadside core, but the gunship stern we're going to switch over to lasers. We're going to bump up to a cold fusion reactor, level 3 hyperdrives, and this is currently a line combat computer. I'm okay with that. And let's get some shields in there. We currently have regenerative hull tissue and a reactor booster. I feel like auxiliary fire control and a regenerative hull tissue would be okay. So we'll do that. And now we're going to need to design our battleship, but first let's upgrade our defensive platform. So we have level 4 railguns, which of course are pretty good against shields. Let's see, this would be doubled against shields, so call it 6.9. This should obviously be advanced railguns in that slot. Okay. Bump that up to level 3, and we'll put in some shields, auxiliary fire control, and regenerative hull tissue. Actually, we'll just do double auxiliary fire control for defensive platforms. Okay, this on the destroyer should obviously be switched over to an advanced railgun, given the damage differential there. Actually, hang on. I was looking at the large damage. I'm a moron. That would be 4.99 plus 50%, so that would be plus 2.5. So that would be like 6.5 compared to 3.46, which would be about 7. So the energy siphons are actually a little bit better. Noted. I was incorrect on that. I was looking at the wrong one. Now, as far as these battleships go, we probably want them to be artillery. We can do an artillery core or a broadside core. Do 2 medium slots make up for a large slot, though? I kind of doubt it. Let's see, that would be 12.6. No, they absolutely don't. And then we can do an artillery stern. So we would have something like, say, UV lasers in the core, and then advanced railguns in the stern, just so that we have differing damage types. Excellent. Now the lasers would be better if they were upgraded, but that'll have to do. So we'll put armor and shields, and then an auxiliary fire control, and a regenerative hull tissue. Okay. Now those are going to be expensive. There's no doubt about that. And I wouldn't necessarily mind changing our destroyers over to having picket ships in the stern, since the people that we are fighting against have pretty substantial hangar bays. I would not be at all opposed to that. Okay, so there's that setup. We can get this upgraded. We can get this upgraded. These guys are moving over, or not these guys. Where are they? I'm not sure where our third combat fleet is currently. Our third combat fleet is here. Okay. We're going to put the rest of our alloys for right now into constructing reinforcements for the third combat fleet, but I think we'll wait to do that until we get to Canopus. Okay, let's see what that takes our combat fleets up to. Now, of course, we do also need to get battleships for each of them. So the first combat fleet here, we can add in a battleship. We can only fit 1, so we'll add in a battleship and 2 corvettes for right now. I'd like to add in a second battleship, but for now, there is no way that we can afford that. Battleship and 2 corvettes. Battleship and 2 corvettes. Okay, and then we're going to start constructing on the second combat fleet and the first combat fleet. The third combat fleet will bank until they get up to Canopus, where we can build these relatively quickly. We'll also put in an extra pair of hangar bays and a fleet academy here, since apparently we don't have that. We're building a fleet academy there now. That's good. That's upgrading to a Starhold. Okay. Well, that's a lot of alloys spent, but this is something that definitely requires our attention immediately. because we are taking some hits. There's no doubt about that, but everyone is taking hits. So, that's okay. Okay, we have Caravaneers. Not interested. Move along. We have other problems right now. Okay. The question is, should we re-grab this, or would that potentially pull in another Gray Tempest? I don't know. I think for right now, we'll hold off. Where are these guys going? They are heading up to Light's End. Okay. It's not the literal worst, but it's I've seen better things. That's for sure. Canopus Station is currently doing a lot of work. Excellent. Grummium is as well. Wodriax is currently upgrading, of course. Yeah, there's peace happening. I'm not surprised by this. People have other problems. We could grab a plasma accelerator. Potentially. Or we could just upgrade our shields. Their weapons are pretty bad against shields. Right? If I recall correctly? They are running... Yeah, well, shield penetration there, but minus 25% shield damage, so... Their weapons are definitely not great against shields, but they have a lot of penetration. That's going to be difficult for us. Okay. Well, this should be interesting. Okay, their research agreement with us is broken. We have a necrophyte shortage on Zarok Prime. This is a place that's getting bombarded, so that's not hugely surprising. It's not like we're going to move necrophytes into there. Okay, we're refitted over here. That brings us up over 4K. That's fine. We're going to output 2 more corvettes and that battleship soon enough. We should probably, if we can, queue up another battleship, but we are lacking the influence for that. There's a Federation invitation going on, but that's not for us. Okay. So what do we have in Elthier Prime? Well, we're currently lacking a specialist job. That's going to be complicated to get. And for right now, I'm not too concerned about getting it. We're going to cancel this buy order in the hopes that we start actually making some level of energy credits. We're also massively exceeding our naval cap, but we are basically forced to right now. When is our next tradition? Our next tradition is available in 30 months. Oof. Because I would love to grab Supremacy right now. Well, we have no Scientist Researching Society, and we'll just go ahead and put this guy in. Okay. We're attacking Dongle. Could be worse. Where is the L gate located in the L cluster? Here. Okay. With them having a Tempest Shoal right there. Right. That's going to be interesting. I was thinking we may be able to use this L gate to come in over here and start isolating these fleets. But I highly doubt that. Okay. Our fleets are going to be like 15k, which is going to be, like, combined. Our fleets are going to be like 15k, which is going to be very interesting trying to get in there. We could put together all of our patrol fleets, I suppose, but that's not going to be much more.
Vessels have been refitted.
Excellent. So the first combat fleet is about 5k, actually, because we don't have a leader over here. And we should have an admiral over here if we can get one. Let's see here. Unyielding would probably be the best option here. Okay. Yes, I'm aware that we're going to run out of energy credits. We're just going to sell off a few of our exotic goods. That'll be fine. Our very carefully put together trade network is kind of irrelevant at this point. These guys have moved off of Zarok. Oh, they completely killed everyone there. Okay. Fine. That means they're going to be moving into Grummium. How long do we have? Not long. We could put up a defense platform, only the one. It wouldn't help too much. But it might do some level of damage against them. They have regenerative hull tissue, but otherwise they probably can't repair. I'll have to think about how I want to handle this. Losing Grumium wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world. But it also wouldn't be great. And I'd kind of rather spend those alloys on something else. When is this battleship going to be done? 274 days? I don't think that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure they're going to come in here before that happens. Let's see what direction they go. Oh, they're actually backing off. They're going back this direction. Okay. Well, maybe that's fine. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see how we want to attempt to respond to these guys. It's going to be interesting. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, supplies. Supplies would be nice, but that's not actually how you appease the engagement gods. I completely derailed my train of thought there. Likes, comments, subscribes. There we go. Excellent. And I will see you all next time.